Peace and blessings be upon you all. In our previous episode, we examined the final chapter of Ibn Arabi's book, The Bezels of Wisdom, the chapter devoted to the wisdom of the beloved prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. We saw how he gave a fresh interpretation to the famous saying about three beloved things and declared the highest title of the prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, to be that of servant. Today, we enter Ibn Arabi's second and most vast work, the Meccan openings. Let us begin with an introduction to this great book. Ibn Arabi began writing it in the holy city of Makkah around the year 599 Hijri, and he continued working on it for nearly 30 years. The book contains 560 chapters. Ibn Arabi himself says that the content of this book was entrusted to him spiritually, and many of its chapters are focused on the reality of the beloved prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. The first important chapter we will look at asks a single great question. What did the Most High create first? And Ibn Arabi answers it himself. He says that the Most High first created a spiritual reality, from which the grace of all other creation then flowed. And this spiritual reality is the reality of the beloved prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. As evidence, Ibn Arabi points to a well-known narration. It is reported that a companion once asked the prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, what did the Most High create first? And the prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, replied, in meaning, that before all things, the Most High created the light of your prophet from his own light. Now, a necessary clarification. Scholars have differed about this particular narration. Some have called its chain of transmission weak, others have accepted it. But on one point there is broad agreement. Its meaning is confirmed by several other narrations, such as the saying that the prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, was already a prophet, while the first man was still between water and clay, and the report describing him as the first of the prophets in creation. So while this narration is debated in terms of its chain, its content is in harmony with the central tradition. And this is precisely why Ibn Arabi and the earlier thinkers accepted it. Ibn Arabi then says something very deep in this same chapter. He says that this light is a fountainhead from which every created thing received its grace. Every angel, every guide, every soul drew from this one light. It is like a spring whose branches have spread in every direction. And we saw this very idea earlier with the mystic of Baghdad, that the lights of all the prophethoods emerged from this one light. So Ibn Arabi did not present a new theory. He gave a firm, systematic foundation to a tradition that was already established. Now let us turn to another chapter. In it, Ibn Arabi explains an important distinction. He says there are two kinds of prophethood. The first is the prophethood that brings a new sacred law. The second is general spiritual grace and nearness, which falls within the circle of sainthood. The first kind, the prophethood that brings a new law, came to its final end with the beloved prophet. Peace and blessings be upon him. On this there is no disagreement. Every believer holds that after him, no new prophet will come bearing a new sacred law. But the grace of spiritual nearness, Ibn Arabi says, continues. And it too has a seal, who is the spiritual heir of the prophet. Peace and blessings be upon him. Now an important matter, some of Ibn Arabi's words on this subject are highly elusive. Some understood from them that he was speaking of himself and he was criticized for this. But other commentators clarified that his intention was not to place himself anywhere near the prophets. Rather, he was pointing to a spiritual station within the order of that sainthood. And later scholars said that with statements of this kind, the best path is either to remain silent or to interpret them in the best possible way. Now let us move to another important chapter, on what is called the praised station. The Quran says, in meaning, that the Most High may raise the prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, to a praised station. Ibn Arabi asks, what is this praised station? He says it is a station where, on the final day, the beloved prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, will stand and will intercede for the whole community. The Most High will accept this intercession, telling him in meaning to raise his head, to speak and be heard, to ask and be given, to intercede and have it accepted. This narration is recorded in the most trusted collections. And Ibn Arabi says, this is the praise station, this is the greatest intercession, and it is the unique honor of the beloved prophet, peace and blessings be upon him alone. And here is an important point. Ibn Arabi asks, why was this honor given to the prophet, peace and blessings be upon him alone? because he was created first among all the guides, and because he holds the deepest compassion for the people of his community. The Quran describes this very quality, that he is deeply concerned for them, and kind and merciful toward the believers. So priority in creation, perfect mercy, and the greatest honor, these three are simply three aspects of one single spiritual reality. And throughout all of this, the boundary remains clear, the one we repeat in every episode. This light, however exalted, is created. The eternal alone has no beginning and no equal. The moon may be the brightest light in the night, but its light is always borrowed. It never becomes the sun. So what is the summary? In the Meccan openings, Ibn Arabi declared this light to be the very first spiritual creation. He clarified the distinction between the prophethood of law and the grace of sainthood. He affirmed the mainstream belief in the finality of prophethood, and he declared the praise station to be the unique honor of the beloved prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, all within the circle of the central tradition. In our next episode, we will complete the final part of Ibn Arabi and speak of his spiritual connection, the vision in which his most famous book was given to him, and his other recorded spiritual experiences. So please subscribe and stay with us through this series. May the Most High grant us true recognition and understanding. Allah Hafiz.